Good morning. Hear the chimes going? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. And for goodness sakes, happy full moon. If you aren't aware that this is a very happy weekend, I'm here to let you know that because it absolutely is. It is such a happy day. There are so many fabulous things being celebrated, and as you can hear in the background, there is a lot of love and joy and chirping going on at my house because it is spring here, and you can listen in and hear the baby birds chirping. I'm so entertained watching the babies squawk at their moms and dads and like, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. And it's hard not to be out here and be in some version of joy because there is so much life going on around us. So good morning, Nicole and Robin, Eileen and David and Elaine. It's just absolutely awesome to see all of you here, and it has been an incredible weekend besides all the celebrating that is going on, because there have been so many opportunities for us to just keep gathering gifts. And for me, it's been really fun to see where I have never seen these things before. So yesterday I was driving in the car, and it was just like all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, look at all the joy and the love that is around all of us all the time. And everybody else on the road may be having their own experience of what is going on, but you know, I figure if they're kind of like I was, they may not be necessarily paying attention to that. They might be just driving to where they need to go. And so yesterday I was joking, I was driving, dancing, and designing because there was just so much available to us to experience and use for our own benefit. So my name is Bonnie Saxon. I teach a class called Mastery of Your Information. It's a year-long class that gives people access to more of their information. And that really just means that they get to move out more of the stuff that gets in the way of them being who they truly want to be and mean to be and are ready to express as. And so I love that I get to do that, and yeah, so that's what I do. I also do these Sunday Lives because I love to play energy games. And for a really long time, that was not my jam. I was always like, don't ask me a question. If you ask me a question, I might not get it right. But as I heal myself and move out the fear and the things that get in the way of me knowing who I truly am, I start to love playing these games. And so today we're going to play some more of those games. And it showed up for me for this weekend about us being able to make some wishes and to move out the places where we think, that's just nonsense, or yeah, you can't really make a wish, or you're only allowed to make one wish. And this morning I was looking at how I used to say, starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight, I wish I may, I wish I might, have this wish I wish tonight. And it was only one wish. It was only one. I only got one wish because it was on the first star, and it was like the rest of the stars were not magical, were not capable of giving me more wishes. And so this morning, as I was sitting here thinking about doing a live, I was like, how interesting is it that I thought there was only one wish available when there's actually loads and loads and loads of stars available and loads of wishes for us to make. And so we've also had this beautiful moon, which we all have been calling the moon of magical possibilities, that happened yesterday, which means suddenly, like, what if we were allowed to have a lot more wishes? What if in front of you there was dozens and dozens and dozens of candles? Holly, I know you've got a birthday coming up. Candles sitting in front of you, and it wasn't just one candle for each year that you've been alive, but dozens or hundreds of candles, and you could put out a lot of wishes on each one of those candles, or a whole bunch of wishes on one candle, on another candle, on another candle, right? Who told us that we were only allowed to have so much? I was looking at all the people who have been influencers in my life and going, oh yeah, because somebody told them. It wasn't like they're the bad guys, right? It's that somebody told them and somebody told them, and so on and so on. And so we just kept passing this myth on that we only get one wish. We only get one wish on our birthday cake. We only get one wish on a star. And heaven forbid, if you take one of those dandelions that goes to seed and blow on it, and you scatter the seeds all over the yard. Anybody ever have one of those parents or adults go, don't do that, there's more than enough dandelions out there? I did. In fact, when I looked at it, I was one of those adults, because I passed that along to my kids. What are you doing? That's just going to be more weeds for me to clean up. Isn't it funny how we do that? So, let's move some ideas that we all have, that we are limited, that there's not enough, that we need to be careful because, there's only so much time, or there's only so many resources. Let's move more of those ideas first. Those ideas that there's somehow a limit to what we're available. What we have access to, what's available to us. How about that? Anybody got any ideas that they're like, okay, I'd like to get rid of that idea. That's no longer the truth of me. Yes. So, what's really cool about all this is there are tons of stars available to you right now. There are tons of crystals and lights and all kinds of magic right around you, and you can always gather it up. You gather it up and you can put it wherever you would like to have more light, more crystals, more stars. What if those stars could transform some fear that you have? Let's be really practical. Maybe you're just a little afraid of stepping outside your comfort zone. There's something you really want to do. You're like, yes, that would be awesome. I remember when I used to think about skydiving, right? I used to think about like, ooh, skydiving, that would be really cool. And then I put it aside. And then my daughter said, hey, Mom, let's go skydiving. And I was like, I don't know. That's terrifying. I ended up doing it, terrified. But maybe you want to just move more fear like that. There's something that you really want to do that you're like, yes, that's on my bucket list. That list of things that we really want to do. How about that? You get an opportunity to move the fear that you can't do that. See, we take care of that. Move some more fear. And then we get to gather gifts. Are you gathering candles? Are you gathering stars? Maybe you really like the idea of some Easter stuff, right? How about some little chocolate bunnies or chocolate eggs? Maybe you're the kind of person who really wants some tie-dyed eggs right there. You get to do that too. Gather those things up. Let me know what you got. What's there for you? What is showing up for you as a gift right there in front of you? And if you go, I don't know, you go, okay, let's move more of that. Let's move more of the idea that you have no idea what your gift is. I'm watching a chocolate bunny go whoop, 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 hopping across my awareness. Yes. I'll take that crystalline chocolate bunny and put him right here in my throat. No calories. And maybe you want to gather more stars because those stars are there. Ah, Robin's got peeps. That kind of fits in with my yard right now. Peep, 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 peep. Lots of peeps. You know what's really awesome about doing it energetically is there's no calories. Just in case you're somebody who has some rule about that. Yeah, you get to put the peeps in your heart. You get to put the peeps in your head. You get to gather up more stars. I actually have had some lower back stuff lately, so I'm going to put more back there. I see some crystalline eggs. There's some blue eggs showing up and some pink eggs showing up, and how awesome is that? Yes, more of that, please. It's really that easy. And it's kind of interesting to me because I spent a lot of years not knowing that it was that easy. And then I started moving out the fear and the pain and the, oh my God, who am I to think that I could do that? And it became easier. So, who is it who told you you couldn't have everything you wished for? And aren't you way more powerful than that idea? You get to just say, you know what? That idea, poof, it's gone. Poof, it's gone. Poof, it's gone. More ideas. Anybody have a teacher in school, a well-meaning teacher, who thought you needed to be reasonable and practical and logical? I'm creating a gift here. A gift for every single person who believes that they're not enough. And what's really cool is I get to just gift it to you, and it shows up exactly as your higher self wants it to show up. Oh, I'd like to have more of that in my throat. Oh, yes, please. Or somebody who says, you know what, I'd like to put more of that in my brain. Yes, please, right into my brain. Or, wow, I have a lot of sadness in my stomach, so I'm going to put it right there in my stomach. How cool is that? And it's all so possible, all the time. Not just on Sunday mornings, not just on Easter, or Passover, or springtime. It's always available to you. You get to ask for whatever you want. I'd like more stars, please. And the stars just fill my hands with love and joy and radiance. There's so many frequencies there. Put your hands out and try. It's possible. Maybe you just want to put more in your heart. You just want to, yeah, more of that, please. Trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it. Woo! Did anybody see the moon last night? Holy cow, was it magical beyond belief. It was so beautiful. And I was so happy that my husband said about 10 o'clock at night, hey, let's go out and look at the moon. Because I had forgotten about it. And we went out and looked and, did a little dancing, snapped a lot of pictures, just felt the love that was there. It wasn't crazy. We're not crazy people. We don't do really crazy things. We're still getting used to the idea that the moon could be so magical, that there could be more love and clarity and creativity that comes in with the moon. How about that? How are you going to use that creativity? Yeah, that's true. I did dance. Just a little bit. How are you going to use the creativity that has come in? How are you going to harness for yourself more of that love? Maybe you want to spend a little more time loving your family. Maybe you're getting together with your family today and you want to spread more love. Did you know you could? Automatically. You just send them love. I send you love. I send you love. All my family members, I just keep sending them love, blessing them. How about that? So very cool that there's so much available to us, and all we have to do is go, yes, please. I'm seeing Easter baskets, and I'm seeing matzah. It's kind of funny. It's a mixed metaphor, a mixed basket of things coming in right now. And it's just the way that my higher self is showing it to me, right? It's really lots of energetic information, key codes that are coming in, and my higher self is like, oh, but look at all the matzah falling in. It's a really cool thing. You can really spend more time in joy, more time in trust, more time in having fun. Yep. And those ideas that we have, that this isn't real, yeah, we're going to move more of those too. Because where's the fun in that? You know, when you were a little kid and you believed in magic and you picked up a twig and you waved it around? I'm going to turn you into a toad. Well, we really can't turn people into toads. But we can help them see the beauty inside of them. That's a good thing. You can wave your magic stick. You can put out more crystals for everybody. You can give them an opportunity to see themselves in their truth, in their love. So what are you asking for? What if it were possible? What if whatever you asked for happened? What wouldn't you ask for? I asked myself that question today. What would I ask for? I would ask for everybody to have more access to knowing who they are, to knowing how much love they have inside of them. And then I found myself going to that reasonable idea. Yeah, be reasonable, Bonnie. No, I don't want to be reasonable. I want to move more of the reasonable ideas out and just say yes. Yes, yes. Yes, please. I'll take more of that, please. So, what are you wishing for? More love. More love for everybody. More joy for everybody. For a pain to be removed from every single person on the planet. For as much pain to be moved out of every single person on the planet. Whatever their pain looks like, their soul gets to choose. That's what I'm going to wish for. That every single person on the planet can have more pain removed. More fear of the repercussions of asking for something. Everybody who has fear of a repercussion, I'm asking for that. I'm asking for everybody to have more joy. Yes, more grace and ease. I love that one. Let's move out more ideas that it has to be hard. Oh, you don't know, Bonnie, what it's like. It's really challenging. It is so hard to do this. Let's move more of those ideas, right? We're not going to get them all. But why not go after the biggest bunch of ideas we have that it has to be hard? That we can't just plan a trip and it goes easy. That we can't just decide to do something in our lives and it be like, oh yeah, that was easy. Got that done. Watch that pop in. Oh, here's my next step. Let's move out more of those ideas that it has to be hard. Because it doesn't. It's just an idea. So let's move more of those ideas out. Doesn't have to be hard. Yeah. And let's get the ones in our throats that tell us that it has to be hard. Sienna! Woohoo! Mwah. I was thinking about that little girl this morning. There's a girl who doesn't know that there are limits. There's a girl who knows that everything is available to her. And she just keeps trusting, trusting, trusting. That's what we want more of, right? To just know that it's all available to us, that it's always right there. For all of us to see through the eyes of a 3.5-year-old. How about that? Remember when we made wishes on our cakes and it was all possible? Yes, let's have more of that. Thank you, Sienna, for showing up and bringing that to the party. I love that. You say yes. Absolutely. It's fabulous. And how about we just all put more love into the field? So those people who have gone into fear, those people who don't know the truth of themselves, those people who believe the ideas that they aren't the light. Let's put more of that out. I think that's an awesome thing to put out there in the quantum field. And then there's a gift. Because there's always a gift, right? There's a gift right in front of you of humongous proportions. Now, it might show up as a little gift, and it might show up as something really big. Little gifts are just as powerful as something that is really big. But you have a gift that is specifically for you, that is specifically designed for what you most want to transform today. The thing that you're most ready to let go of. Maybe it's the idea that this works for everybody but you. Maybe it's the idea that you could never fill in the blank. Maybe it's the idea that you're not all the love, all the joy, all the light that everybody else is. That's definitely not true. So there's a gift for you. And there are lots of gifts. They are all different colors. The gifts that each one of us is getting is filled with a lot of high frequency information that is exactly what you want. Exactly what your higher self is going, yes, give me more of that. That's why I'm here. It's right there for you. And you can just scoop it up. Mine actually looks a little bit like slime. But it's slime that kind of stays together. And it's really fun, and it's a reminder for me that we can have fun, we can be in joy, that this is all fabulous exactly as it is. And I'm going to put it all over me because I just want to be a slime monster. A high frequency slime monster. Ooh. Yes. And I want to wish each and every one of you a very joyous Sunday, a happy celebration of whatever you are doing, whether you are celebrating a holiday, celebrating the moon, celebrating a birthday coming up. And I want you to know that you are always, always, always the magic. Remember that. You're always the magic. I love and bless each and every one of you and gift you. Have a great day.